So it's good to have you guys on here. Welcome back. I think the last time I had y'all on here, it was just Jared, and you guys had you just had started. You just came back to the band, and you were super excited. I believe you were in Knoxville, and we did it over the phone, and you were super excited about the band getting back together. So I wanted to ask you now, here in 2023, are you still as excited, or is the honeymoon phase over?
I was going to interrupt you. You were like, you were so excited. I was going to go, I'm still excited. No, I'm loving it even more now, man. So much has happened since then, as far as us growing and as far as this album goes. So, yeah, I mean, I'm loving the journey, man. I'm trying to get
awesome.
to start liking it too.
No, I feel that, man. It's great to see you guys doing it. The new song "Baptize Me" is such a rad tune. It's been getting a really great response on my show and just the radio station in general. Tell me something about that song. Liz, like lyrically, it sounds pretty personal. Am I right when I think that?
Yeah, well, that entire song right there is basically, it sums up me and my life. That song right there is about taking control and taking your power back, taking back control of your life. That's why it says I'm clawing my way out and I'm not going back again. And it says, I ain't getting out alive. It's time to live again. So basically it's my way of, it's a song about taking your power back. A lot of times I think we forget to do that, and that we write our stories. And I think a lot of times we, or I, should I say, forget that you can be your own hero in your own story, And I feel like that's where what it took me, to realize and gain back control and power back in my life. Obviously with years of therapy, but that's exactly what that song's about. Yeah, it says you can save yourself. Yeah, you can do it.
Right on, man. I love that. It's a good message to have. And I feel like you guys have really been killing it since you guys have gotten back together. Like tons of shows. And I saw you recently went over to Japan and played, I guess it was like a USO kind of show. Yeah. How was that experience? Have you guys ever played over there before?
Yeah, we played back in, Dave wasn't in the band the first time we played. It was 2013, 2012, I think. Yeah. And we went and we played, we did like 4 shows over 6 days there or something like that, which was awesome then as well. And then, we've done plenty of USO shows. I mean, we've been to Iraq, Kuwait, Qatar, Cuba, India, Japan.
Oh, nice.
We love playing for our military. But yeah, so we just recently went back once again to play for the military in Okinawa. And it was, as always, I mean, it was an amazing experience. But I will say this, as far as the shows go, it was one of the best shows, like, I feel, as my own opinion, that I've been a part of since Saving Abel's been doing it for years.
Wow.
The production was amazing, and there was how many people were there? Like 5,000?
About 5,000, 6,000.
5,000-6,000 people. It was like family day and stuff like that. And it was
nice.
The only Saving Abel show, the entire show, there was a circle pit. And when I say circle pit, I mean Slipknot. I mean, I know we're not anywhere close
to it.
But
that's incredible
show.
And they were bouncing like this.
It was amazing, man.
Oh, man. I love that. I have a lot of friends.
Even during 18 days. Even during 18 days.
It was like,
really? They don't care what song. They're just going to go.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Dude, that's awesome. I feel like those shows are special because like those guys are the military guys. They're really ready to just throw down and have a good time. And I think those shows are really special to get to do something like that.
And those men and women that do so much for us, man, it's the least we could do. I mean, I get to sing for a living. So am I going to do it in another country for people I love? Heck yeah, I am. But really,
that's awesome.
All they need is just a little taste of home. They want to sit there for an hour and a half and forget all that, and they want to think about home for a while. And obviously, they get rowdy doing that as well. But yeah, that's what they really want to do, It's really cool.
That's awesome.
Faces and to meet those guys and gals. It's pretty cool.
That's so rad, man. I love that. We should also point out to you guys recently released a cover that I was spinning on my show for a while. You teamed up with No Resolve and did a cover of One Republic's Counting Stars. That was the most random cover. When it popped up, I was like, wait, is that the One Republic song? That's a great version. How did that collaboration come to be?
So, when I first came back, it was one of our first or second shows back at the Machine Shop in Flint, Michigan.
Second.
And so second. And previously, before that, Oscar and I had been talking on Facebook or whatever, and we were just talking about being best friends, making a joke out of it or whatever. And then one of his fans actually made us best friends necklaces and stuff. And So we were playing, and I called him, and I was like, dude, won't you just come up and sing on stage with us? I was like, we do a 90s medley. It's like, come up. Why not? And he came up and he did that. It was totally awesome. We had such a good time. But we started talking about it then. And I was like, we should do this song or this song. And he was like, well, usually, the investors and producers like slim it down to a few amount of songs and they get to pick. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I don't know how that goes. I've never done anything like that. And then I posted about him in December, just a picture of he and I on stage singing and talking about how cool he was. And he called me and he was like, hey, man, he's like, look, I don't know why I didn't think of this. He's like, but we're planning on releasing a single the second week of February. And why don't we just do it with you? Like, are you guys cool with that? And of course, we did the whole management thing and talking to the bands. And we came up with it. He said, well, I said, what song was it? He was like, Counting Stars. I was like, I love that too. So yes, let's do it. So they flew me out.
Awesome.
I did the video and I recorded in the studio in 2 days. So and then came back home. But I'm really glad I kept that friendship with Oscar going, because obviously, that song, I love it. I think it's amazing.
Oh yeah, dude, it was so cool. I think it's one of those great pop songs, and to hear a rock take on it, I was like, hell yeah, that's how it should be.
They got that formula working for him, man.
I also noticed recently, it's funny. One thing I did not expect to see was Saving Abel blowing up on TikTok recently. I love that. That is so cool. I saw the video you made, Jared. I believe it, where you're talking about like, this is my song or my voice on the song.
Hey, you know who told me how to make that video?
Who?
Oscar from No Resolve.
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's called full circle right there.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But
that's such a funny world, man. Like, you guys are blowing. It's a different medium. How do you feel about that?
Well, we had to Google on the MySpace how to make TikTok videos. We just, I'm 40. I've got kids, and I don't have a lot of time to go around making TikToks. So we really never put a lot of effort into that kind of thing. We do our own social medias. That's us that you're talking to. We don't have someone else running it. So we just started making TikToks randomly, here and there. And then what video? Oh, the video that you're talking about, Overnight. That video's got like 500,000 hits now, but like overnight it got like 40,000 hits on it. And just immediately the followers started coming in. And the reason we did the video like that is because when Addicted was big back in 2008, like we didn't have like phone, internet, Google. Like you couldn't really put a face, my face to, I'm so addicted to. And they're like, who sings that?
Yeah.
It looks like, but so doing it that way, obviously, you remember this tune, you can see my face, and then boom, lately, We did that with our new single. We did a video like that with our new single, Baptize Me, as well. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I've heard like there's other local bands that have come on my show, and they've referenced that as a thing they want to try to do. And they've actually said Saving Abel did and it worked. So you guys are starting to on TikTok.
I can't say it worked for everybody, but I'm pretty glad. I'm pretty grateful it did. It's become a lot more fun, when people are expecting and wanting to see like videos and stuff and personal, things that go on in our lives. It's pretty cool connecting that way. I just have to learn how to do it,
Oh, absolutely. And it's funny because a few short years ago, they told us that music videos and visual elements were completely dead. And now it's more important than ever. Maybe not in the same sense that it used to be, but nowadays you got to have a visual element for TikTok and Instagram Reels.
Yeah, more relevant.
Yeah. Cool. All that stuff. Yeah, and exactly.
That's
Well, Saving Abel's here. I don't think we played this last time I had you on, Jared, but since you guys are here, we got to play the 5 random question game. If you guys are down, let's play this game, shall we?
I would absolutely love to play the 5 random question game. You guys,
right on, man. No wrong answers, no right answers. Anyone can answer. It's free for all, if you will. Question number 1 was Saving Abel. So Record Store Day is coming up this Saturday. I wanted to ask you guys if you could have any Saving Abel album reissued on vinyl as a Record Store Day exclusive, which one would it be?
I would say the first one.
Third record.
I would say the first one because I have a way emotional. That was a life-changing, moment, time period for me. So it will always be like right here in the center. But
Third one.
Third one?
He wants to.
Right.
That's one of my favorite Saving Abel albums.
To me, that's one of the most versatile records. Because we're like when I came into the band, I don't know if they just accidentally meant to do this, but we actually learned most of the songs on the third record
that album.
And started touring picking up where they left off on the third one.
Yeah.
I got to learn the entire record within the first 6 months of me being in the band. So like, and it was the most versatile to me. It has the most impact as far as versatility.
Radio and stuff like
Saving
that.
Abel is an extremely versatile band. Like we can go play with like
Avenged
Avenged
Sevenfold,
Sevenfold or Theory of a Dead Man or
Chris
like,
Daughtry.
yeah, it doesn't
Coldplay,
matter.
Katy
Like
Perry.
we can hang out with Brantley Gilbert. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, so the third record does.
We just
that's
rednecks, man. We get a lot weird about it.
I love that. Well, it's possible too that both could be reissued because they reissue so many records. Have you noticed that? Like the record store day list gets longer and longer every year, and I'll see records that I completely forgot about on there. So it's kind of neat how they're doing that. I hope they do everybody's catalog.
We're talking about doing this new record, vinyl.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
I love
think that would be pretty cool. Yeah,
What's your favorite?
Absolutely.
he would want to do the first record too. I think
Vinyl, yeah.
I think I answered for him.
Right on.
You know, good time period.
Right on. 1st and 3. Question number 2 is Saving Abel on the local buzz. If you could go back in time to a certain point in your career and change one little thing about it, what would it be? Could be a decision you made.
That's easy for me.
Just say no, kids.
Just say
Nothing for me because
it's early.
I learned a lot of hard lessons, like a lot, like some people, like I didn't come from my bedroom and join Saving Abel. Like I was out already grinding and playing in local bands and showing up to like jam nights, like, but I learned some of the hardest lessons ever from, you know, teachers in town and stuff, because I was making friends and taking lessons at the same time. And some of the friends would try to steer you the wrong way, but I'm glad I got burned a bunch of times. That way I could like
But
hone in on my sound, you know?
so mine's easy, and it's because millions of people saw it. So I've only watched the video twice, and it wasn't as bad as I thought. But so it's another machine shop show. We did a machine shop show one night, and then we were driving from Flint to wherever the Speedway is, Detroit Speedway, NASCAR.
Yeah.
So I was singing the national anthem the next day, and then we were playing a show right outside the Speedway, you know, when all those people exited. It was like 60,000 people. It was humongous. But so I've done this like 2 other times for NASCAR, and it, you know, it was amazing. Everything worked out great, and planes flew over and awesome. So this was like the 3rd time I was doing it for NASCAR. And so he and I probably stayed up partying all night from the Flint, Michigan show when I should have. But so I get up there, and I'm standing right in the center of the Speedway, you know, and there's just 60,000, I mean, thousands of people in the racetrack and all the drivers, and Kevin James and Adam Sandler are there. And
Oh, wow.
so I'm walking up, and they're like, all right, you're on in 30. And I'm like, all right, cool. And they hand me the microphone, and I'm thinking, I was like, well, do I need in-ears? I was like, no, you know this song. You got this, blah, blah, blah. Just start low. And the lady walks up to me literally like 10, she goes, you on in 10 seconds. Do you need in-ears? And I was like, no, I reckon I got this. So here I go. Oh, say, can you know, here I start singing. And I don't know if you know this, but like, if you're in the center of something like that and you're singing, the reverb that bounces back off those walls and comes back at you. So like, I'm almost at the end of the song, and I'm just now hearing, oh, say. And so obviously that was a train wreck in front of millions of people.
Oh, man.
You can Google it.
I'm going to for sure now.
And that's what I tell everybody. I was like, you can't embarrass me. I was like, I literally embarrassed myself in front of millions of people. I will never be more embarrassed again. You know,
That's true.
I would. So what I would change would go, yes, I'll take those in-ears. Thank you. That's what I would have done.
I love it. Question number 3 is Saving Abel on the local bus. So the Foo Fighters released a brand new song a few days ago. They got tons of shows coming up, but they still haven't named the exact drummer who's playing with them for these shows. So I wanted to ask you guys, if you could pick any perfect drummer to fill that seat, who would it be?
Oh God,
Taylor's son.
Oh, that
I could
was
see that.
awesome to watch, man.
Oh man, when he played My Hero.
If Van Halen could do it with Wolfgang on bass at that age,
Yeah.
Foo Fighters.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I say
absolutely.
Matt Cameron.
Yeah. I could see that. The rumor for a while was Matt Cameron and Adam Willard were kind of the rumor. Now they're saying they may not be true. So they're keeping a good hush
I
hush.
saw Adam's post and he was like, I am not the drummer for Foo Fighters. And I'm like, all right, cool.
I think Max Weinberg would be a good option.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I wonder if oh yeah, man. I wonder if Dave's ever thought about just doing it on his own, like just have Dave grow up there, do the Henley thing with the mic, like Don Henley used to do.
He could probably do it. I think.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You might see that.
I bet you Dave's gonna play drums just because he knows it.
Oh yeah, probably so. I think he probably played on the record. It sounded like, at least. Question number 4, Saving Abel on the local buzz. I was on a plane a couple days ago, and I'm sure you guys have noticed this too. A lot of flights you take to other cities, it's never a full flight. But anytime you fly to Nashville, it's the most full flight of all time. It's a bit annoying. Everyone's coming here. Everyone's moving here. What is one thing, because you guys have been here for a while, what is one thing you guys would change about new Nashville and bring back from the old days if you could change anything? What would it be?
Oh, wow. Honestly, for me, and just comes from a childhood, man. Like I grew up 3 hours from here in Corinth, Mississippi, and Memphis was the big city we went to, but Nashville was the huge city we went to. And they had Gaylord Opryland here, the amusement park. And I just remember like taking like so many church trips and summer trips coming up. And I have just so many great memories of Opryland. Yeah, I remember the Wabash Cannonball, the log, all that stuff. Man.
Yeah.
It was super cool.
Oh, man.
Definitely bring that.
I would
back.
love that. What about you guys?
I've lived here a decade, well, almost a decade.
Okay.
So many things that's changed since I've been here.
I'm talking about amusement parks. You probably got different.
I mean, it would be great to see like decent, like I would like to see decent clubs like around the Printers Alley area. Like when I first got here, there were jams that were happening in Printers Alley, and that doesn't happen anymore. Like good quality jams, like no good to me. I don't know. I don't really go out a whole lot anymore, but like the quality jam nights were nice. Like there's just not a lot of them anymore that I can find anyway. Like if there's a Saturday jam night, like it's kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you want to go to a jam, you need to go on like a Tuesday, like when when the folks are home. You know what I mean?
Oh, totally.
What would you change? Would you? I mean, I thought about the Bluebird, but like, because we had like 20-year history there. We just played the Bluebird the other night, and it was kind of like full.
Oh, nice.
Stuff. But yeah,
that's awesome.
In my age, every guitar player that's playing on Broadway should have to carry an amp that's way too heavy.
Yes. Yes.
There you go.
Make them work.
I went in there.
Old school way. OG, man.
I went to a couple of bars a couple of weeks ago for the Mammoth concert, and like I'm hearing great tones. I go up there to look to see what they're playing through, and there's nothing there.
Yeah, they're running direct.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, man.
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I love it, man. Question number 5, the final question. We're Saving Abel on the local bus, so you guys can have your dream tour. We're talking 75 dates, direct support, any artist alive or dead. But when you come back from this tour, the deal you've made with the devil, which I guess would be me, is you have to all work driving pedal taverns on Broadway for an entire summer.
My God, I'm out.
You take the tour.
They're not called pedal taverns. They're called woo taverns. Every time you
Yeah, woo wagons. That's right. That was the quickest no I've ever gotten. Props to you guys for being real rock and roll.
I've spent enough time behind those woods. I had a buddy of mine that ran one for a while, but I've spent enough time. I'm just like, oh my God, it's
Yeah. They have the new one now it's called Get Ship Faced, and it's a pirate ship on wheels. I get stuck behind that thing all the time, and it drives me insane. I don't know why I'm always behind them. Not again.
Set a camera up on Broadway and just watch like drunk people ride the scooters. That's fun. If I had a band that could tour with live or dead,
Who would the band be?
Or artists, I guess it means.
I mean, golly, I don't know enough to make this epic. Like, but
How would you?
Nickelback,
Alive or dead? Do they have to?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
No, it could be alive or dead. Just dream tour scenario. It could be the Beatles original lineup if you like.
Oh no, Soundgarden.
There you go. Okay. Hell yeah. I would love to see that tour. That'd be cool.
Soundgarden. Or the original STP.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Right on, man. Well, thanks for playing, boys. You all passed. You all won. You won the prize, which is you just won in general. So congrats. Well, right on.
There we go.
There. Okay, there it came back.
Oh, did it go away for a second?
Yeah, it went away.
All right. Right on. Well, no, guys, I appreciate you guys coming on the show. Baptize Me's out now. Where can people see you guys live? You guys hitting the road soon? You got some dates booked? What's happening for you guys?
We're starting in May. We're doing some weekend shows. Last week of May, going on into June, we'll be out for a week or so. Obviously, we've got dates all the way up to November as far as right now. So we'll be touring the entire summer.
Right on.
We're coming to your town.
We're still wrapping up the record though, so
Yeah, we've got a few more songs we have to finish, but we're on the other side of finished with that kind of stuff, as far as the album goes. I mean, we're gonna start releasing singles every 4 to 6 weeks, so got more coming to
right on. Love it, man. Well, send it my way when it's done. Saving Abel, Baptize Me out now. Check them out on the road this summer. Open door policy for bands I like at this show. You guys know you're one of those bands. You're always welcome.
I'd love to come in and play, man. We should do that.
Yeah, we should do acoustic performance in the studio. We could do full band performance. I don't care. Come on in, bring it all. Bring your drums. Doing this.
Hey, Andy, thanks for having us, man.
Thank you, guys, and I'll see y'all soon.
See you, buddy.